So are you looking for apps that help you stay productive and actually get some work done? If the answer is yes, then you're at the right place, because in today's video I'll talk about 5 applications that you can use throughout your Mac, Windows or your phone to make your life much more productive. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Suzanne here and welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, then hi again. I make videos of productivity, tech, and sometimes education. Well, today's application list will contain applications for both Mac and Windows, and there will be some applications that you can also use on your phone as well. Also, one thing to note is that all the applications that I will talk about in this video will be open source or free to use. So let's jump right in. So alright, the first application is actually a task manager app that I use almost on a daily basis, and that is called TickTick. This application is available on all platforms, Windows, Mac, and your phone. I usually just use it on my phone because it's more convenient to use and it syncs up all of my tasks pretty well. Just a quick tip for all the Mac users. If you're on Mac OS Sonoma, then you can add your widgets directly to your home screen. So meaning it really helps me with the TickTick widget because I am quite used to using the widget on my iPhone. So you can easily add that widget to your Mac OS screen as well. So you can see your same task on your Mac and your phone as well. Also, there's an app available for Windows too for TickTick, so you can use that as well. So it's pretty good. So the reason I prefer this over anything like Todoist is just the general simplicity of this app. You can easily set up recurrent tasks and view them in normal list and Kanban style, which is pretty great. If you don't know about what Kanban is, you can look up on the internet. It's a pretty great way to list all of your tasks, and it is now in TickTick as well. So it is really nice to just see all of the tasks in a list manner, but you can also see them in a Kanban manner. And also you can set up 2 notifications for your tasks as well. So you can set up notifications like 30 minutes before, 5 minutes before. So it's really good and really handy to use. I use it all the time. So if you want to use a really simple task manager app, then TickTick is the way to go. Now the next app, believe me when I say it, calendars are highly underrated. I just started using calendars 2 months ago and it's been an amazing experience because before that I'd never used calendars and I usually just had all of my system up here, but now using calendars, all of my meetings are synced up and I get notified prior 10 or 30 minutes prior to my meeting, which is absolutely amazing because there are times when I forget that if I have work meetings or I have interviews to take. So calendars are amazing to do that, and Apple and Google calendars are just the best. So I am in the Apple ecosystem and Apple calendars work really well on iPhone and your Mac, but I also use Windows for some development tasks as well on a daily basis, so I have to use Google Calendars too. And to be honest, if you just want to use one calendar app either on iPhone, Mac or your Windows, then Google Calendar is the way to go because it has such a good system for your meetings. So like when you have any meeting set up, it can clearly be seen on Google Meet as well, so you don't have to go to calendars to click the link, and this makes things so much easier to manage. So generally any smartphone calendar is good, but if you want to specifically use one calendar app, then just use Google Calendars. But if you're on iPhone, try using both of them and see what works for you. But Calendars app is what you should use for your ultimate productivity system. So the number 3 on the list is Rectangle. Now Rectangle is only specific to Mac OS and I'll tell you the reason why. So basically it's a display management application. It's quite easy to manage all of your applications on Windows because you can just drag and drop at any place and they would align easily. But it's not so easy for Mac because you have to hover on the top left corner of the window and then you have to set up tiles, so it's not that handy. This is where Rectangle comes in. So basically it's a display management application, it's open source, and all you have to do is go to the website, just download it and run the application, and you would have all of the shortcuts at your disposal. So you can just use something like Options Control Left to align your window to the left side, Option Controls Right to align it to the right, Options Control Enter to make it full screen. So you can also see your app launcher and you can see your top bar as well. So it doesn't make it completely full screen and different display. So that's why I use it. I am used to having my hovering bar and the top bar just accessible to me rather than just taking up the mouse and just waiting for it to come down so I can select anything. So that is where rectangle really helps. And if you're on Windows, you already have that thing. You can just use your default Windows display manager. That just works. So yeah, you don't have to really download something like rectangle to do it. So this application was the only one that is specific to Mac. So now let's talk about number 4 in the list, and that is ShareX. Now this is a really great open source snippet tool for Windows, but unfortunately it isn't available for Mac. However, an alternative for Mac is Flameshot, which is open source as well. But ShareX is the easiest snipping tool to use for Windows. It allows you to record specific screen, draw on screenshots, and many more things just a few commands away. So if you're on Windows, start using ShareX for your normal snipping and screen recording, because the normal default snipping tool doesn't come near ShareX. But for Mac OS, I usually just use the native snipping tool. I think it's good enough for screen recording and taking screenshots. But if you want to kick it up a notch, then Flameshot is the way to go. You can check it out. And all of the links will be in the description for all the apps that I've talked about so far. So next application is not entirely an application. Then this is number 5th on the list, and that is Dark Reader. Dark Reader basically allows you to make any light page dark. It's in the name, Dark Reader. So basically all you have to do is just install the extension from Chrome extensions. Just write Dark Reader and pop up, install it, and start using it to edit all of the pages that are pesky and doesn't just have a dark mode. So I usually use it for GitLab because GitLab doesn't have a really good dark mode. So I just use Dark Reader to make it into a dark app. It's pretty good.
But before moving forward, let's talk about Coursera. So Coursera is a really good platform to do any type of certifications. They have courses from Google, they have courses from IBM, and they have courses on many different topics and many different fields that you can do to kickstart your career in any of the field and probably add more to your knowledge base and your skill set. And currently I'm doing Google's UX design course, which is really good and really liked it, and it's really knowledgeable, adding to my skill set. So I have some of my really favorite courses down in the description below, and you can go ahead in the description, follow the link and check those courses out and do them if you really like them. And you can add more to your skill set and knowledge base by doing some certifications on Coursera.
Now the next on the list is WPS Office. Now it's an alternative to cracking your Microsoft Office 360. So if you want to crack Microsoft Office, then you can use WPS Office for free. It is pretty great at what it does. The UI is quite similar to Word, and yeah, it basically works the same way. You can export to PDF, you can export to many different file formats. So I've been using WPS Office for almost 3 years now. I've used it to create a lot of reports for my university tasks, and it's been really great so far. So you can create Word documents, PowerPoint presentations, read some spreadsheets, and it's really good at what it does. So all the general tasks can easily be done. But a free open source alternative for WPS Office is Libre. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. This is how it is pronounced. It must be on the screen. But the UI is not exactly the best, but it's really good as well. It does exactly the same thing. So it reads spreadsheet, PowerPoints, and Word. So yeah, but the only thing is that it's open source, so they would never ask you for money or have all of the ads popping up that pay me some money. So yeah, if you want to use open source Word, then Libre or Libre Office is the way to go to. But if you want something that's similar to Microsoft Office and is kind of good looking as well, so WPS Office works as well. Well yeah, that's the list. I use most of these applications on a daily basis. Rectangle is what I use on Mac to manage all of the windows that are on the display. Like I'm using it right now. If you can see it, it's pretty cool. So it allows you to easily manage your screens. Then WPS Office are used for reports, and there are quite a lot of applications that I use on a daily basis as well, but these are the top 5 that I use mostly. And if you want to see more videos about creative applications, then yeah, comment that as well in the comment section below. So all the applications that I've talked about in this video will be down in the description below, so you can go ahead and check them out. And if there are any applications that boost productivity, then just comment them down below for everyone to see. And if you found this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, then consider subscribing. It's free. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.